The DJI OM4 is the best gimbal that you can get for your phone that money can buy, and it's actually very affordable as well. You can use this with either your iPhone or Android to get some amazing cinematic looking shots when you're doing your vlogging or YouTube videos. This is now DJI's 4th generation gimbal, and it comes with some amazing features, including foldable design, using quick release magnets. Of course, it's got its own fully featured app, which is just great. And you can use gestures, which means you can really turn this into your own camera person just for you for when you're doing your vlogging videos. Now, DJI burst onto the scene about 10 years ago with their groundbreaking drones, and they've carried their technology through to gimbals and other camera gadgets. Now behind me, we've got the DJI Ronin S, which is great for getting professional cinematic shots with either your DSLR or mirrorless cameras. I absolutely love it, but I want to do some more YouTube videos, which is why I wanted to get out and grab one of these to use with my phone. Speaking of doing professional looking vlogging videos, if you're going to go out and grab yourself one of these, I definitely recommend you upgrade your audio as well by grabbing something like a Boya BY-M1, which you can check out in the video I've done here, or even a Rode Wireless Go if you really want to be mobile. Okay, enough chit chat, let's go ahead and open this one up. And I've got my favorite cheese knife here. I thought it'd be good for the occasion, and let's just slice that open. And oh, it's like Christmas all over again. Actually, my birthday is on Christmas Day, so I get 2 sets of presents. So I know we're a long way off Christmas, but that doesn't matter. Okay, here it is, big moment. All right, so we've got a little info on the box here. Use your magnet, unfold, use the app, plug it in, away you go. Lovely. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little pack here, no doubt with manuals and a little baggie. That's nice. Gee, they've made this hard to get out. Oh, here we go. Okay, just put that down over there. So we've got like a stencil here to show you where to put the magnet. That's handy. We've got the magnet that goes on the back of your phone, which you can probably put there permanently. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, some manuals. We don't need to go into that just yet. And then, what do we have here? Just a cleaning kit. Okay, don't need that just yet. And then, here we go. We've got ourselves a little mini tripod, a couple of extra magnets, and then the unit itself. Check out the magnets. It's a riser to make the phone a little bit thicker. And then this is the magnet that you can clip onto the back of your phone. Just put that over there for now. Got the little tripod. And a charger cable, which looks like a USB-C, so that's going to be nice and easy to charge up. And then, here it is. And let's just put that box away for now. So first impressions, it feels kind of plasticky, but that's not too bad considering the price range. It's not too heavy, but definitely know it's in your hand. And then of course it's got that classic DJI finished quality to it. You just know it's going to be a good unit. So yeah, the folding up feels quite nice and solid. Whee! Nice. So we can just put the tripod on there. And feels like I'm about to fly a spacecraft or some kind of fighter jet. Great, all set up. So I'm going to choose my iPhone and I'm going to grab, for now, this one that just clips on and off. And it's got a little icon there to say which way has to go up, and then it's asking me to line up the dot on here with the dot at the top. So let's just clip that on. Oh, nice. And at the top, I need to make sure that the dots are lined up, and they are. So that's all good to go. Now I'm just going to turn it on. Ooh, here we go. And nice. Okay. So Oh, it's nice. Just like its big brother, except way lighter and way more portable. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the manual so I know how to use this thing, and I'm going to go out and test this out and get back to you in just a minute. First, you'll want to download the native DJI OM app. It's called DJI Mimo. You don't need to use the app to use a gimbal, but you'll be missing out on a lot of functionality if you don't. Then go ahead and log in or create a new DJI account. You'll then be taken through a getting started tutorial giving you an outline of all the controls. And you'll want to go through this a few times because it is hard to remember. The red button takes a photo or video, and the M button will flick between video and photo mode, and then double press the M button to go from landscape to portrait. I recommend not using the zoom unless your phone has a built-in optical zoom. The trigger has your most useful functions including lock mode, active track, recentering, activating sports mode, and switching between the front and rear cameras. And of course you can charge your gimbal up right here. And we are ready to go and move on to the getting started guide for the on-screen display. So down the bottom you can choose between camera modes. Up the top we have shooting settings. In addition to using the trigger, you can change between the front and rear cameras with this hotkey here. And then we've got access to the story mode, which we'll look at real quick later on. And then you can see your battery level and other information here. And lastly, you've got some other settings you can change from this menu. And the guide finishes by prompting you to use the active track feature, which we'll get to a little bit later on. Let's get into some footage. Over to my local beach, putting this into action. Here we are using the gimbal in freestyle mode using the rear camera, and I'm not walking very carefully here, just demonstrating what it's like walking casually. Here again, still shooting freestyle, but this time in selfie mode. When shooting landscape, the gimbal wants you to have the camera on the left. So here I'm holding the gimbal with my right hand, and it feels natural walking that way. When it is in my left hand, I have to really reach across my body to get the camera in front of my face. So I prefer to walk around with it in my right hand. I think it's a good idea to get good at using the gimbal with both hands though. I've now activated active track and used cloud as my subject. I'm standing relatively still, but there's quite a strong wind, so let's see how it works in these conditions. She was kind of sad that she had to wear a bulky jacket to keep warm on her birthday because she had a beautiful outfit on underneath. So it did a pretty good job in strong winds. Here is active track in selfie mode. It's not too bad. It's good if you don't want to have to think about controlling the gimbal to make it point at your face. I prefer going freestyle in selfie mode though. Let's experiment with active track in tripod mode with gestures. So first you'll need to make sure you've activated gesture control, and then you can choose if your gesture will activate shoot only or follow and shoot. So we've selected follow and shoot here. I'm using the peace symbol as my start and stop gesture, and I've started it, and you can see that it's selected my face as the thing that it is going to follow. Because it tracks my face, it means that when I'm up close, it frames things nicely, but yet when I'm further back, it chops off my feet and there's a lot of headroom above it. So you can stop recording with the peace symbol again. I did find out later on that after it has engaged active track, you can get someone to tilt the camera down using the joystick to give less headroom if desired. And here we're testing how it goes with active track when you are running around back and forth like an idiot. And it actually has a good range of about 20-30 meters, which is pretty good. And you can see here as we pop out of frame, it loses the track and it's unable to capture the track again automatically. Selfie mode active track actually works quite well when you're moving about fast. It has no problems following you around there. Let's compare an orbit in freestyle mode and in active track mode, and you can see here as we're orbiting around cloud in freestyle mode, I'm controlling where the camera centers and it works really well. Active track in an orbit move, on the other hand, is a bit of a bumpy ride because you're moving around and the gimbal is trying to lock on at the same time as rotating around, and you can see here it's just not that smooth. You have a few options with pano. 9-shot, 3-shot and 240 degree. We had great fun with the 9-shot grid pano mode. It took a couple of goes to get it right though, as sometimes it merged the photos in an unnatural way. And you need to get things in the background to be pretty stationary, but it gives some pretty good results. The 3-shot pano was even more fun. Now you may need to go in and fine tune the horizontal gimbal adjustment, and in general I recommend you shoot in a fairly flat area. This mode is actually called Clone Me, and as you can see, it takes 3 shots and you want to get yourself inside those reference lines each time, and here's the result you can get. Really good fun. The Dyna Zoom mode also gave some fun effects. You got to swipe over the object you want to do the effect on, then move in or out depending on which of the two modes you choose. I found the one where you were walking out was easy to shoot and gave better results. Here you can see the effect I was going for was trying to make the tree look like it was growing very fast. Here's another attempt with a different background and some terrible modeling efforts going on there as well. The hyperlapse mode takes some planning and creativity to get right. For best effect, you want to walk in a steady straight line and try to keep the camera pointed at the same spot as much as possible. To add further interest, try and feature a subject that's doing something dynamic. And the result here shows that the recording is sped up. That's why it's called hyperlapse. Let's just play that out again. Looking good, Clow. Nice one. Holding the DJI OM4 upside down will enter underslung mode, in which the phone can easily capture videos from a lower position. You can see here it's also a great comparison of how walking with your phone and shooting video compares to using the gimbal. Underslung mode is great for shooting flowers, kids and animals, especially cute dogs like these ones. We didn't play with story mode a lot, but basically it prompts you to shoot 4 short bits of video and then it will automatically edit it together with some effects just like this. I'll mention it again, you don't need to use the app to operate the gimbal. That means you can use DJI OM4 while using another phone app, such as a teleprompter app, which you can check out in the video shown above right here. I've had my beautiful girlfriend Clow here as my amazing model, and I thank her for that. So the verdict is, this is a very good toy. It's going to make your adventures at the beach, at the park, pretty much anywhere you want to go, a bit more fun. You can see there's a lot of great features and abilities this thing can do. We've got some great videos and photos to check out when we get home. Let's finish off with a bit of Aussie Rules footy, Willy Supers style, and enable the sport mode. So in sport mode, the DJI OM4 will respond and follow subjects and movements faster to add a level of action to the scene. And what better way to finish off this filming session than with a nice cold beer. And a shout out to my mate Redder for his cameo volunteering effort. I 100% recommend you pick up one of these guys. I also recommend 100% you watch this video next, which will teach you all about this teleprompter app, which enables you to shoot social media stories scripted without it looking like you're looking at the camera. And it couples nicely with the DJI OM4. I'll see you there.